What is real? Why do some people seem to have it all and some people seem to be so anemic and have just about nothing? Why are some people happy? Why are some people sad? All of this is guided by our perception. Here on Limitless TV today, I'm bringing on a powerful mentor, Wylene Benson, someone that I have known for years. I have spent countless hours with this woman, and she leads a movement that changes countless lives. And it all comes down to understanding this word perception. What does it really mean? And what if you were capable of altering your reality just by thinking a little bit differently? Wylene Benson.
Hey everybody, this is Wylene Benson, and this video is about how to change your perception of reality. And we're just going to have a little conversation here. Have you ever been in a situation, or maybe you're currently in a situation that is less than perfect? And maybe you're even looking at that situation or circumstance as something that would be considered bad. Well, in the next little bit, in the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to be able to share with you 2 things that you can look into that situation and apply to that situation, and all of a sudden change your perception of that and see that it's good, that it's a blessing. It's something that is perfect for your situation and who you are right now. You know, what is reality? Reality to one person might mean something completely different to what reality is to someone else. So your perception of reality, you could perceive, one person could perceive a situation as good, and then another person could perceive the exact same situation as bad. And maybe depending on experiences that you've had in the past that have helped prepare you for a situation that came up, maybe it would be, this is no big deal. I've done this before. And it wouldn't be that big of a deal. And another person might have the exact same situation, but they haven't had the preparation. And so they're feeling really stressed out about it. So as we go into this video, I'm going to invite you to really look at what reality is for you and how do you perceive it. And I'm also going to invite you to consider that you have the choice to perceive reality in whatever way you choose. You can perceive something as a learning experience and be really excited and challenged about it. And you can experience something as bad and you don't want it and want to push it away and have a negative experience from it. So I'm going to invite you to perceive that as whatever you choose. And as we go into this, I'm going to share 2 things that you can add into your perception to be able to turn any situation into a positive experience and have it be good. So hopefully you're excited to hear those things. I'm going to go ahead and share them. So the first thing is accountability. And what I mean by accountability is when you are in the middle of a situation and you're feeling like this is really not perfect. It's something that I really want to have in my life. Take a moment and breathe and just look at, how am I accountable for having this situation in my life? And what that does, first of all, is it takes the victim mentality out of it. It takes out any judgment of how this happened to me and I had no control over it. So just take a moment and see where you're accountable. And then the second thing is to find gratitude. And this might seem kind of weird because it might be kind of hard to, think you might have a hard time finding gratitude in something that you don't really want in your life. But if you will take a moment and just know that there is gratitude there, and all you have to do is just take a look inside and find it. Just find the gratitude inside of the circumstance. And when I say find the gratitude inside the circumstance, I'm not talking about find the gratitude in spite of the circumstance. I'm talking find the gratitude because of the circumstance. So I'm going to give you a little example of something that happened in my life that hopefully will be able to illustrate these points. My husband and I, when we were just getting started into real estate investing, we thought we were so smart and we thought we knew what we were doing. And we bought this house, and it was above the median price range. And if you don't know what the median price range is, it basically means it was a little bit more expensive than what most people could afford. And so we bought this house. We did a lot of fix up on it, and thought we were, had it looking really nice. We put it on the market, and not only did we not get one person to come and look at the house, we couldn't even get anybody to come and look at it to rent. So it sat empty for 2 years. We couldn't sell it. We couldn't rent it. We didn't know what to do with it. And so we just kind of hung on to it. We kept making the payments. And then at the end of that 2 years, we had an opportunity to invite a family to come and stay in that house. And we let them live there free for 6 months. And I know a lot of you would look at that and think, wow, that is crazy. And some people did think that was crazy. But we felt like if it was going to be sitting there empty anyway, we might as well let somebody enjoy it. And so what the outcome of that situation was that after the 6 months, the family was able to start making payments. They had been doing some sweat equity, doing the yard work, doing some painting, things like that during the first 6 months. And then after that, they began making payments. And they made payments on time. They were always really good. They kept the yard up. They did everything really great in the house and kept it really nice. And they lived there for 6 years. We were able to receive rent from that family for 6 years and make money that way. They paid the house payment. And then at the end of the 6 years, when we felt like it was time to sell, we sold that house and we made $100,000 profit on that house. And then the family moved out. They were on their feet by then, and they were able to buy their own house, and it was a great win-win situation for everyone. So if I look back on that situation, first of all, I'm going to find the accountability. And the accountability for us was that we bought a house that was above the median price range. So there was the accountability of actually getting into the situation ourselves. Right, and the gratitude that I can find in that situation is that not only were we able to make $100,000 on that, a profit on that sale when we finally did sell that house, but we were able to help this family to get on their feet. They were able to live for 6 months in that house. Somebody was living there, so we felt like it was being of use. And also, they were putting some sweat equity into the house, and so they were keeping it up for us. We didn't have to do yard work and all of those kinds of things. So a huge amount of gratitude to them for that first 6 months that they lived there. And then, of course, the 6 months that they were paying, or the 6 years that they were paying their rent, we didn't have to make a house payment. They were paying for that. So there's a huge amount of gratitude in all of that, all wrapped into one. So sometimes when you're in the middle of a situation and it's hard to perceive that there's something good that's going to come out of this situation that you're in, I'm just going to invite you to take that moment and first of all find accountability, because I promise you there is accountability in every single situation, even if it's something that you feel like was thrust upon you. If you look within it, you will find some accountability and you can take your control back and you won't have to feel like a victim. And then once you find your accountability, it's easier to be able to look in the situation and say, because of this situation, this is what I'm experiencing, and I'm so grateful for it. And so I encourage you to find those two things within any of your circumstances, and it's going to turn out to be good, and you're going to love it, and you're going to look back on it, and it's going to be one of your favorite opportunities of learning, and it will prepare you for the next opportunity that will come to you.
Honestly, there couldn't be a better topic than what Wylene has shared with you today. This idea of how I view my world and my perception and how that creates my reality. Wylene, thank you so much for being on. And if it's all right with everyone here, I want to have you back. But you got to hit subscribe so that you can get more of this powerhouse mentor woman's perspective on how she's rocking life so successfully. And she's here to help you too. So subscribe and join us later on Limitless TV.